Go with it, DJ Destiny.
Yeah, we get hype. Let's go. I woke up today, I'm feeling blessed and free of stress. I didn't even have a sip of liquor or have to puff a swisher. A perfect picture, prior I'm feeling richer. I even call my dog my king instead of my nigga. What up, kid? Few of my brothers came home from the feds. When they left I had waves, they came home I had dreads. I gave him a pair of J's, he came home with some cash. BT on, he asked what happened to Big Les. And I got to tell my son he made a good grade. 7, but they say he reading like he in the 5th grade. And the wordplay fresh like I spit glade. And both of my daughters sharper than a Swiss blade. I can feel it, I'm about to blow. It's coming, I'm about to go. Be dot stamped on the clothes. My mom's is at the shows, pops and videos. My songs on radio, designers cover my toes. I'm out of town on the stage with some big names, looking like I got a deal cause I rock a few chains. I guess I slipped through the cracks like loose chains. Now I'm stuck on them like a knot on a shoestring. I love it when I spit a verse and my baby smile. And when I come off the top with a freestyle, they gon' have to scratch me off the surface like a decal. Peace, I just wanna kill the beef like a sick cow. And be around some positive vibes with some members by my side that'll ride till they die. And truth in my eyes, I never recorded a lie. The material abundant, I'm never out of supplies. I'm just trying to get the mood right. There's beauty in everything, even the darkness got a moonlight. You can get anything in motion if you move right, but in order for the third to be the charm, you gotta lose twice. I love it when I check that Dropbox got a new beat, that's new heat for your local DJ to repeat. I'm knee deep, better get with this like black sheep. But you probably missed the curve like flat feet, so now the party's over like when the janitor stacks seats.
My name is DJ Boof, and I represent Brooklyn, New York. They call me the Shutdown, the most demanded in nightlife. 5 minutes from legendary, the heartbeat to the streets, the pulse to the city. I DJ some of the biggest events ever, from hip-hop to house music. I played all. I DJ for hip-hop's finest, Fabulous, and superstar Nicki Minaj. I don't just DJ, I entertain on a whole different level. I gotta have a fresh pair on my feet, my clothes gotta be on point, and you know that hardware gotta be shining. I refuse to be average. I travel the world, city to city, state to state, country to country. I've been on several tours. Now I'm starting to produce big records. I've broke several artists, and I'm not afraid to break new artists. DJ Boof, aka the Shutdown. I got this.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Ozzy Hype. Shout out to DJ Destiny. Shout out to Taj. Shout out to Dan, who's not here, but shout out to him anyway. So we got a guest today, a good person, you know what I'm saying? I've known him for a while, you know what I'm saying? DJ Boof.
Woo!
No doubt. I just want to let everybody know how I know DJ Boof. So DJ Boof was a dancer, and I still consider him a dancer. He's a DJ, of course, but I consider him a dancer. What'd you say?
You say it sound like I'm a showgirl, like I'm a showgirl or something like that.
Let it rain on him.
He was doing the Harlem dance. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Dancing on Flex in Brooklyn, one of the hottest shows and events, especially what we had on BCAT. You know, one of the biggest events that we had at BCAT. And it was him, Black. Yo, shout out to Black. Who else was in that group?
And the group that I was in?
Yeah.
Me, Black, Howie, Boo, Benny, Prince.
Yeah, it's a lot. So shout out to them.
Bonus. Oh, it's a lot.
Did you break dancing or?
No, it was Harlem. Like he
Okay.
did a lot of the Harlem Shake and stuff like that. The Brooklyn style. He
Harlem
created
Shake.
his own.
All right.
He created his own. I should have called it the Brooklyn Shake or something like that, because they created their own flavor.
Yeah.
They just brought something different. I remember then he started. When he started DJing. I'm gonna get straight to the point. I just want to say that I'm proud of you, and what you're doing. But what I'm most proud of you about I'm proud of you, even though it was some stuff that came out, but I'm proud of you with the situation, how you handling it with Wendy Williams and stuff like that. And we're not going to talk on that, but I just wanted to mention that I am proud of you because, and I'm talking about even before this movie that's coming out with her, that you are staying kind of out of it. You know what I'm
I'm not
saying?
in it.
Huh? What did you
I'm
say?
not in it. I'm
No,
not
no,
in
no.
it.
Yo, Boo, follow me on this one. You're not in the movie, but
Okay.
I'm just saying before the movie. That's what I'm saying. You
Oh,
still
okay. Got you. Got
maintain.
you. Got you.
All right. You still maintain
Got you.
keeping your mouth closed and stuff like that. Yeah. Did you release something on Instagram? Yeah. But the thing about it is just, it's not really nothing that's expected. But you're a loyal person. You know what I'm saying? And no matter what, I mean, we have talked, and you said, listen, man, it's all about your integrity. You know what I'm saying? It's about how you don't want to be perceived in the future as a person in this industry. So I'm very proud of you when it comes to that, because a lot of people are quick to have loose lips about a lot of stuff. But you, no matter what situation you're going through, even if it's a bad situation, you still maintaining your integrity. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's one thing I think Wendy Williams should be
Right.
proud of you about, because I think that you're a true friend to her, and maybe she don't
Mm.
know it, but in the future, I hope that y'all can come together and sit down and talk about it um, in the future. But I'm proud of you when it comes to that, and I'm also proud of the work you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So now that that's out the way, I want to ask you where it all started from you. Like, what made you even want to get into becoming a DJ?
Well, it all started from it started from like my mom, my parents had me in in a drum and bugle corps, aka a marching band. So I traveled like I played a soprano, aka for people that don't know what the soprano is. The soprano is pretty much a trumpet, just with two valves. So I played that, learned. I actually pretty much read and compose music, played the piano, the snare drum, the bass drum, and I traveled like state to state, citywide, um, performing in competitions with DCI, championships. Pretty much what you see in most marching bands, like what you see with Nick Cannon with Drumline. Um, and music was just always instilled in me from my parents. Me being Caribbean descent, Trinidadian, Vincentian, and just listening to enjoy music as a kid. And I think it was just the fact that I loved music so much and I loved what it did. We all know music is a universal language, and that I just felt was instilled with me just from my parents, but just from my parents. But I think what it really hit me, whereas my friend was actually DJing in high school, and he was DJing, and I just thought it was so dope, the fact that he was controlling the crowd with music. And I just thought like, yo, man, like, you can make people cry, you can make them happy, sad. Just music is just, it brings out so much different emotions. And I just thought that, man, I want to do that. For me, just playing music, playing the piano and the soprano and snare drum, bass drum, is just that I wanted to do something that I can create and those emotions, bring those emotions out of people. And I think DJing was it. So when I seen them DJ, I was like, bro, man, you got to teach me how to do that, man. Like that is everything. That is everything that I need to be doing. And he taught me how to do it. I never figured when he taught me that I really didn't get it. And it was, I think it's so crazy. It's so crazy that I think hold on, let me go downstairs. Hold on. I think what happened was I think what happened was um he taught me how to do it, and I didn't get it the first time. And I went home literally the next day, like, man, I can't do it. It's too hard for me. I can't get it. Da, 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 da. And then all of a sudden, I went to bed. I literally went to bed the next day, and I said to myself, like, man, I got it. I woke up the very next morning, like, I think I got it. Called him like 5 a.m. in the morning and said, yo, bro, I need to come to your house and practice, man. Like, he was like, nah, bro, it's 5 in the morning. My mom gonna kill me. But long story short, I swear, long story short, shout out to Sharif and Dyson, because they were the ones who actually showed me how to DJ. And I feel like God just gave me this blessing, like just dropped it down and be like, yo, you got it. That's what you wanted. This is what you were born with. And that's exactly what happened. And
I remember.
now
I
from
remember
there,
years.
I went so.
Oh yeah, I
What'd you
remember
say?
years ago you used to. Sorry to cut you off, but I remember years ago you used to tell me when you started doing DJing and then I started witnessing it, listening to it. You say, "Yo, I'm hungry, man. I'm shutting down everything." That was your attitude. I remember
Yeah.
you said that.
Listen,
Yo, I'm
man.
shutting down
Listen,
everything.
man.
What age
It
was that?
actually came down to, huh?
What age was that you started?
This had to have been in high school. So I'm thinking like around 17, 18.
Yeah,
Um,
you was young.
yeah, and then I got my first after school program job, Um, my first after school program job, and that was funding my DJing. So I would help kids with homework because I was like a high school junior, senior, and I was helping kids with their homework, and that was paying for me to buy records. And I remember buying my first turntables. Yeah, so that was funding it, funding like going to Beach Street, going to Music Factory to buy records, buying my I couldn't afford Technique, so I bought Gemini's startup turntables. So buying crates and labeling the putting the records, and so I'm from that era where from the wax era.
Yo, how did it feel? First of all, just to let everybody, I mean, everybody knows. I mean, it's not to let everybody know, but everybody knows, um, who you DJ for. And first of all, let me start out. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. That's one of the artists that you bust in the major clubs, throughout the
Yeah,
United States and overseas. You bust his music through the major clubs. Also, Smooth L. Shout out to the GOAT
yeah,
Fabulous and shout out to Nicki Minaj. You know what I'm saying?
right,
So how was it? How did it
right.
feel? Like how did it really feel? To even to DJ. I think who was your first major artist that you DJ for?